Every single day, without realizing it, you are teaching your baby what the world feels like. Not through lectures, not through rules, not through punishment, through your face when they wake up, through your voice when you say their name, through the way your hands hold them when their tiny body is tired. In Japan, parents have an idea that a child is not shaped in one big moment, but in thousands of quiet, repeated moments. A look, a pause, a touch, a ritual. And modern developmental science is beginning to say something very similar. Right now, your baby's brain is forming close to 1 million new neural connections every second. 1 million. And the most powerful thing shaping those connections is not the most expensive toy, the perfect learning app, or the class everyone says you should sign up for. It is you. The ordinary you. The tired you. The you who picks them up before coffee. The you who whispers their name across the room without thinking. That is where the invisible architecture begins. Because to a baby, your voice is not just sound. It is safety. Your face is not just a face. It is the first mirror of their worth. Your arms are not just comfort. They are the place where their nervous system learns how to calm down. And this is where many parents misunderstand discipline. They think a calm child is created later, when rules begin. But calmness starts much earlier. Before words, before consequences, before a child can even understand right from wrong. It starts in the way love is repeated. So before we talk about behavior, before we talk about tantrums, before we talk about raising a child who can regulate themselves, we have to begin with the first lesson your baby receives every day. The way you say their name. Think about the last time you said your baby's name. Maybe you said it while reaching into the crib. Maybe you said it softly while changing a diaper. Maybe you said it half asleep in the middle of the night, when no one else in the world was awake. To you, it may have been ordinary, but to your baby, their name in your voice is one of the first ways they learn. I exist, and I matter. In Japanese parenting, there is a quiet belief that children do not become who they are because of one big lesson. They become who they are because of what is repeated around them. The same tone, the same warmth, the same small message, sent again and again, until it becomes part of the child's inner world. So when you say your baby's name with warmth, you are not just getting their attention. You are attaching a feeling to their identity. Their name begins to carry your softness, your delight, your welcome. And this leads to the next ordinary moment most parents overlook. The first face your baby sees in the morning. Your baby wakes up, their eyes open. Their body is still heavy with sleep. And before they understand the room, before they understand the day, they look for you. In that tiny moment, your face becomes the answer to a question they cannot ask yet. Am I safe here? Am I wanted here? Does the world smile when I arrive? When your face lights up, even just a little, your baby receives more than a greeting. They receive a lesson in belonging. This is why calm parenting does not begin with correcting a child. It begins with how a child is received. A baby who is welcomed again and again learns that the world is not something they need to fight immediately. The world can be soft. The world can respond. The world can notice them. And then comes the moment that is hardest for modern parents. The moment your baby looks at you and your phone is in your hand. This is not about guilt. Every parent looks away sometimes. Every parent gets tired. Every parent has messages, work, bills, and a whole life pulling at them from a glowing little screen. But to a baby, attention is not a small thing. When your baby looks at you, they are not simply asking, "Are you watching me?" They are asking, "Are you still with me?" This is what researchers call serve and return. Your baby sends a signal, a sound, a look, a reach. And when you respond, even with something as small as eye contact, their brain learns that connection works. In a Japanese home, this is often taught without words. Presence comes before correction. Connection comes before control. You do not have to stare at your baby every second. That would be impossible. But when you notice their eyes searching for you, Pause. Put the phone down. Look back. Let your face answer. Because that tiny return tells their nervous system, I can reach for the world, and the world can reach back. And this becomes even more important when your baby cries. In many homes, crying is treated like a problem to stop. But in the deeper view of child development, crying is not bad behavior. It is communication before language. Your baby is saying, something is too much for me, and I do not know how to carry it alone. When you come close, when you pick them up, when you speak softly, you are not spoiling them. You are teaching the first lesson of emotional regulation. Distress can rise, and someone steady can meet it. This is very close to the Japanese idea of amae, the feeling that a child can depend on another person's love. Not because the child is weak, but because secure dependence is the soil where independence grows. A baby who is held through distress does not learn helplessness. They learn safety. And once safety is repeated enough, it becomes calm. And safety does not come only from how you respond. It also comes from how you touch. Your hand on their back, your palm supporting their head. The slow way you lift them when they are still too small to understand where their body ends and the world begins. To you, it is just holding. To your baby, it is regulation. Their heart learns from your heart. Their breath learns from your breath. Their body borrows your calm before it can create its own. And this is why your voice matters so much when you are stressed. Not the perfect words, not the perfect parenting script, just the tone. A baby may not understand what you are saying, but they can feel whether the room is tight or soft. They can hear tension before they can understand language. So when life is loud, when you are tired, when everything in you wants to move fast, pause for one breath. This is your small mimamoru moment. You are watching over yourself, so you can watch over your child. And later, when your baby falls or gets scared, that same pause becomes their lesson. If your face says panic, the world feels dangerous. If your face says, I'm here, you're safe, let's see what happened, their fear has somewhere to land. This is not weakness. This is not permissive parenting. This is the quiet training of a nervous system. Then there are the sounds of your home. The song you hum. The way you narrate the day. The silly little voice you use while folding laundry. Your baby may not understand every word, but their brain is building language from your rhythm, your melody, your attention. And finally, there is the last moment of the day. The room is darker. The house is slower. Your baby is heavy in your arms. This is when the ordinary becomes sacred. Your warmth, your smell, your heartbeat, your breathing. All of it becomes the feeling they carry into sleep. Not a toy, not a lesson, not a rule. You. So tonight, when you hold your baby and wonder if all these tiny things matter, remember this. Calm children are not built through fear. They are built through repeated safety. If this made you see one small moment with your child differently, share it with another parent who needs to hear it. And tell me in the comments, what is the quietest thing your baby does that tells you they feel safe with you?